This video is brought to you by REP Gaming Products. Help protect your deck and support the show by picking up a steel deck box from the link down below.
Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Much Brew About Nothing. So last week, during your instant deck tags, one deck crushed the competitions. It was way more popular than everything else, and that was our Fishbowl Thursday option, Blue White Acid Trip. So today, we are heading to Modern to blink and flicker our way, hopefully to some flawless victories. We'll see how it goes in the Modern format. So, like usual, gonna do a super quick 2-minute refresher deck tech, just so you remember what we're up to. If you want to see a full breakdown of the deck, make sure to follow the link down below to the instant deck tech, where we talk about Blue White Acid Trip at length. Anyway, a super quick reminder before we break down Blue White Acid Trip for Modern. If you enjoy this deck and you enjoy Much Brew in general, it would be amazing of you if you take a second, click that subscribe button down at the bottom of your screen. It's a great way to support the channel and the site for free. So before we talk about the cards in the deck, gotta mention, made a couple of changes to the build. Right now, you are seeing the original build from the instant deck tech. Well, made a few very small changes. So change number 1, Path to Exile in, Serum Visions out. Basically, having only Reality Acid as our removal with how slow it can be, or we need 2 cards to really pull it off. A little bit risky with Hollow Ones and Vengevines and Bloodghast and Goblin Guides and all these fast creatures in Modern. So some real removal, added some Ghost Quarters and Field of Ruins to the mana base over Zelfrin's Void, changed up the sideboard a bit to have more stuff for the unfair matchups, which seems to be the challenge for this deck. Good at grinding, perhaps, with the fair decks. On paper, at least, does not look like it has much to compete with Storm and KCI and stuff, so try to improve those matchups with the sideboard. Anyway, a quick refresher of the deck. Plan A, B, and C for the deck is Reality Acid, the acid part of Acid Trip. So Reality Acid enchants anything. When it leaves the battlefield, the permanent it's enchanting gets sacrificed. Normally it takes 3 turns to do this with Vanishing, as it ticks down, ticks down, ticks down. 3 turns is a long time to wait though. That's way too slow for Modern. So we're looking to, first off, tutor up Reality Acid with Heloid's Pilgrim, but then speed up the process by flickering and blinking the Reality Acid with Flicker Wisp. So let's say on turn 3 we play Reality Acid on our opponent's land. On turn 4 we Flicker Wisp. We exile the Reality Acid. Our opponent has to sacrifice the land. Then we get to put the Reality Acid back into play, so then we can Felidar Guardian or Flicker Wisp again, and just keep doing that again and again and again until we kill all of our opponent's relative stuff, attack their mana base, maybe even get a flawless victory. We also have Eldrazi Displacer, which can't Reality Acid blink by itself, but it can blink a Flicker Wisp, a Felidar Guardian, which then in turn blink the Reality Acid, and then we just have like a combo. If we get a Reality Acid on something, a bunch of mana, a Displacer, a Felidar Guardian, we basically have pay 3 mana, destroy any one of our opponent's permanents of our choosing. We also have at the top end of our curve, Venser the Sojourner, mostly in our deck for the +2 to just keep flickering Reality Acid, another way to just keep doing that as often as possible and killing as much of our opponent's stuff as possible. Wall of Omens, Thraben Inspector give us some early game stuff for blocking, keeping our opponent's game plan under control that also work well with our Flicker plan, drawing us extra cards. Blades Placer is kind of our big finisher, making golems and even more as we flicker and blink. Ether Vial to cheat stuff into play, save us some mana. Path to Exile for straight up early game removal. Mana base, bunch of dual lands, some basic lands, Field of Ruin, Ghost Quarter. In the sideboard, we have Lone Missionary for aggro, good blinky life gain target, Settle as a sweeper, Vendilion Click to attack our opponent's hand, a bunch of stuff for unfair decks, Damping Sphere for Tron, Storm, KCI, Recipes for Graveyards, Leyline to protect ourselves from discarding combo kills, Negate to just get rid of whatever, and that is Blue White Acid Trip for Modern, and that is our Much Brew deck for this week. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the gameplay, and I'll be back in a bit with a wrap up. All right, Much Brew About Nothing time. We are acid tripping in Modern, and we'll see if this crazy deck can actually work. It seems like some percentage of the time it can do really cool things. I mean, this is a reasonable hand. We got a path. We have Reality Acids. Urza's Power Plant. Well, we do have a Ghost Quarter, which is something. Flooded Strand, goo. I mean, if we can start Reality... Oh, it's Eldrazi Tron, I see. Well, I think I feel slightly better about Eldrazi Tron than normal Tron. Well, Crack Flooded Strand. At least against Eldrazi Tron, Path Exile does a thing. Get a Hollowed Fountain. Tapped. Alright. Play Ether Vial. Play Flooded Strand. Pass the turn. Sanctum of Ugin. Well, Alright, Crack Flooded Strand. This is interesting. I'm tempted to just Reality Acid a land. However, that does open us up to our opponent just playing Thought Knot and taking our path. And then we're kind of behind the Thought Knot ball. Oh, alright. Well, that makes it easier. Since we drew another path, let's just Mystic Gate and Reality Acid the Tron land. And this suddenly turns on Flicker Wisp as being an absurd draw. And also Felidar Guardian, just to destroy a land. And we're not just dead to... Alright, there's a Power Plant, number 2. There's the Thought Knot. Yep. Well, opponent's got options, but we have redundant paths. Maybe they take Reality Acid? That sounds crazy, but maybe. I guess we can always get another one with Pilgrim, so maybe not. Takes a path. Yep. Well, come on, way to flicker this Reality Acid. It would be so good. Opponent passes. Reality Acid ticking down. Vial ticking up. Tick, tick, tick. Yup. Come on, Flicker Wisp. Up to 2. More vials. Well, play Ghost Quarter. Man, do we just go for the gold? We can just Path Thought Knot to get a redraw. It does give our opponent another land. I think we're going to do it. Path Thought Knot. Because this could draw us the Flicker Wisp. To kill a land. Gets a waste. Pilgrim. Well, Reality Acid... Tron land. Pass the turn, hope nothing goes horribly wrong. We're missing our Flicker fun. That's a big problem at the moment. Opponent. Reality Smasher. Yep. Well, we're going to have to find a way to deal with that. Opponent gets it. Down to 13. Passes. Everything's taken every which way. Vanishing. Vial up to 3. That's not bad. Well, play Ether Vial. Pass the turn. Opponent does lose a land next turn. So now we can just Vial into another land. Let's our opponent play a 6-drop before this Reality Acid does its thing. Another Reality Smasher. Alright. Well, Vial and Displacer. This helps, but it does not just stop Displacers. It helps, but it does not just stop. Now that there's 2 Reality Smashers, it doesn't just save us. So opponent goes attacking. Yup. So we flicker a Reality Smasher. Take 5. Reality Acid, alright. Okay. So we kill a land, doing it the slow way. Reality Acid ticks down. Reality Acid kills a Power Plant. Yup. Vial stays on 3. Vial goes up to 1. Mystic Gate. Well, play Mystic Gate. Pass the turn. Tower. Oh, no. Oh, no, Tron. Oh. Alright. Well, maybe we should have just Ghost Quartered. The problem with Ghost Quartering is I think our main out to this is having double Displacer activation, but... yeah, I don't know. Endbringer. Yeah, we're running out of possibilities that keep us alive. Like, we put opponent off Tron next turn. Well, not really. So I guess we need to draw a path? And that doesn't really do it. I think the TLDR is... Reality Acid is very slow when you're playing it fairly. That we are learning. When you're just playing it and waiting 3 turns, which is how this game has went, it is not really up to the speed of the modern format. So we're down to 3, and our opponent has Endbringer. Well, we get to Violence something. And yeah, I think we needed to just dodge a land there to really have a shot. Because if we dodge a land and then draw a land, then double Displacer at least keeps the Reality Smashers in check. But now Now things are pretty grim. Reality Acid, so we did kill 2 Tron lands. We did not kill them quickly or efficiently, but we did kill 2 Tron pieces. Unfortunately, our opponent drew Tron anyway. So power plant down. Yep. Vial staying on 3, going up to 2. So I don't know what we got to draw. Path, Plains. Play the Plains. Our opponent just puts Tron back together again, though. All right, pass the turn. So now we're just counting on our opponent having nothing, even though they have Tron. We have to leave Ghost Quarter back because we need to double activate. There's Tron again. We killed 2 power plants and our opponent still assembled Tron pretty easily. Dismembers the Displacer, and yes, that officially does it. Yeah, now we can't win. Well, I mean, all right. We're not going to scoop early. Blink Reality Smasher. Blink Reality Smasher. But now this is just a losing battle. So Blink. Yep. Displacer down. All is dust. Okay. That kills us too. No Flicker Wisp for us. We had reality, but the acid part did not happen. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but you know what I mean. We kind of had our enchantments going. The problem is our enchantments didn't give us the ability to vanish fast enough. If we had drawn a Flicker Wisp or something there, we had our setup, but we didn't have a way to flicker Reality Acid. If we had a Flicker Wisp or a Felidar Guardian, we even had the Displacer, so we could have just machine gunned down all of our opponent's lands, and it would have been insane. This hand looks a lot like our last hand. We have some card draw, we got our Ether Vial, we got a Path, and we have Reality Acid. So now we're hoping that we find a Flicker Wisp, mostly, with this card draw. That's our best bet. So Plains and Ether Vial. Pass the turn. Tower for our opponent. And passes. Well, take up Vial. There's a Guardian. Play Adhikar Ways. Run out Wall of Omens. Draw a card. More Felidar Guardians. Well, pass the turn. Well, now we really want lands. Another tower. And Ballista. Sure. Well, Vial and Thraben Inspector. Get a clue. Come on, land. Land would be the dream. Opponent passes. Vial ticking up. Well, there's Flooded Strand. Crack Flooded Strand. Grab an island. And yeah, I mean, Reality Acid a tower. If we draw land, we're living the dream. If we draw land, we're living the dream. We got the Guardian. We got double Guardian. Seagate Wreckage. Come on, deck. Give us that land. Mana Reshaper, sure. Oh, land and we're doing it. Opponent passes. All we need's a land. Acid ticking down. Vial going up. Oh, come on, deck. Yes, we did it. All right. Yes. Felidar Guardian. That's what we were looking for. We will flicker that Reality Acid. Get out of there, Urza's Tower. Enjoy your 2 lands, opponent. Yes, please. Reality Acid. Ugh. Man. Oh, dear. This better not be going on the Sacrifice Tower. I'll lose it. Okay. Reality Acid is back, and we get to do it again next turn. Now we need a Displacer. If we find a Displacer, we have the hard lock. The hardest of hard locks. All right. Urza's mine. Sure. Good luck assembling Tron, opponent. Gets in. Well, let's block. If our opponent wants to cash in Ballista to kill... All right. Kills our Wall of Omens. Sure. And passes. Another Ballista. All right. So Reality Acid taken down. Let's leave Vial on 3. Flooded Strand. Well, Felidar Guardian. Flicker Reality Acid. Goodbye, Urza's Tower number 2. This is what we imagine our deck doing. Put it on Urza's Mine. Play Flooded Strand. And now I guess we go attacking? Yeah, get in for 1 with Thraben Inspector. Hit our opponent. Pass the turn. Come on, Displacer! Or Flicker Wisp would be fine. Some way to keep the flickering going. Opponent goes attacking. Well, we'll run it back. Block. I don't really want to kill this Matter Reshaper, because that might give our opponent a land, and that undoes a lot of our work. And we're at 19, so we're not really in danger of dying. Crack Flooded Strand. Grab a Hollowed Fountain, tapped. Reality Acid, ticking down. Vial, staying the same. Flicker Wisp works. So let's crack a Clue. Field of Ruin's not bad either. Play Field of Ruin. Get in with Thraben Inspector. Stop on our opponent's upkeep. Vial. Flicker Wisp. Reality Acid. Tron land number 3 down. Oh, sorry, opponent. My apologies. When do they give up? When do they give up? Are they out of lands finally? Opponent passes. Oh, they got another one. All right, well, Reality Acid on your Tron land. Untap. Take it down. Staying the same. Vial. Well, get in with Flicker Wisp. Hit our opponent. Play Ether Vial. Pass the turn. Opponent finds another land. Does this mean Thought Knot Seer? Thought Knot. Well, Path Thought Knot. Drawing something we could put into play would be nice. There it is. Vial. Oh, it's the dream. It's the dream. Displacer. And I think we will flicker this Guardian. And this is how you get flawless victories, boys and girls. This is it. This is it. Take that Tron. Opponent scoops it up. Oh my goodness. That is it. That is the Acid Trip dream. Oh, man. All right. Well, it's possible. With the right draw, it is possible. And we saw the possibilities. We saw the possibilities. That was pretty impressive. Maybe, oh, yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. All right, let's do it one more time. Unfortunately, our opponent's on the play this time, but yeah. All right, we're going to keep this because we have Damping Sphere. We actually have a good hand, but we have no colored mana, so we are going to need one more land. Urza's Mine. Opponent passes. Well, Mystic Gate, go. Come on, lands. Power Plant. Opponent. Who do they have? Natural Tron. Opponent passes. Well, Field of Ruin and Damping Sphere. Pass the turn. Land. We need any land in our hand is pretty sweet. Mine. Expedition Map. Come on, land. Come on, land. Opponent passes. Well, Damping Sphere. Unfortunately, just playing Damping Spheres is not going to win us a game if we can't actually start playing threats at some point. Opponent cracks. Yep. Get Sanctum of Ugin. Because now our opponent can just start playing Thought Knot Seers. Thought Knot Seer. Well, we managed to stop Tron, but we're not casting anything. Opponent. Thinking things over. Takes a path. Well, come on, land. Come on, land. All right, Flooded Strand, crack it. Get a Plains. And run out Blade Splicer. Pass the turn. Cavern of Souls. On Eldrazi. Expedition Map. Opponent. Thinking about it. Goes attacking. I mean, we will double block. Yep, block. Does our opponent have removal? Alright, opponent dismembers. Kills Blade Splicer. Oh, we untap. Play Blade Splicer. Pass the turn. Waste. Opponent. No attacks. And passes. Well, play Mystic Gate. Uh-oh. Oh. That's not good. Well, play Eldrazi Displacer. Today we learned Mystic Gate with Damping Sphere is a bit of a non-bow. Technically, these lands are adding 2 mana. That's not good. Opponent cracking. We wanted to just Flicker Wisp there, but we didn't actually have the mana to do it. Huh. Well, maybe Damping Sphere is not the best sideboard card for this deck. Seagate Wreckage. Million mana. If it's all as dust, it's not that good. It only kills Blade Splicer. Chalice of the Void on 3. That actually is pretty good. It's odd, but it is pretty good. Opponent. Passing. We draw. More 3-drops. Well, pass the turn. Actually, play Thraben Inspector. Get a clue. Pass the turn. I think our opponent has all his dust in hand. Chalice on 3 is weird. That does stop a million of our Flicker Wisps which are in hand, but it also stops a reasonable amount of our opponent's stuff. Worm Coil Engine. That's an annoyance. We would like to find a path. Opponent passes. Well, Flicker Blade Splicer. Get a Golem. I guess we just pass the turn. Thought not seer. Alright. That gets to take our Felidare Guardian, unfortunately. Yep. Opponent. No attacks. Well, Flicker Blade Splicer. Make a Golem. Play Flooded Strand. This is 0 cards in hand. Alright. Pass the turn. Still worried about a Karn. A Karn would be pretty bad. Ulamog would also be pretty bad. Endbringer. That's annoying. Opponent. Passing. Well, crack Flooded Strand. Get a Plains. Crack a Clue. Ooh, man, Venser. Venser's interesting. Flicker Blade Splicer. Untap. More Displacers. We don't have blue mana yet, so we just have to pass. Actually, let's Field of Ruin Seagate Wreckage. Grab an island. Pass the turn. I guess this Chalice of the Void just shuts down our land destruction plan, like, for infinity. Like, hopefully it's also hurting our opponent, but it's definitely hurting us. Opponent draws a card. Plays Eldrazi Temple. Reality Smasher. Opponent. Passing. Well, Flicker Blade Splicer. Make a Golem. Untap. Reality Acid that we can't cast. It would be so good. Well, let's pass the turn. We kind of just want lands, even. Our deck has a lot of 3-drops. Yeah, Chalice on 3 is pretty brutal. Well, Flicker Blade Splicer. Unfortunately, we didn't draw another land to actually protect Blade Splicer twice. Yeah, now our opponent kills it. More Reality Smashers. Opponent still can't attack very well. But this Chalice on 3, I don't know how we... I guess we have to get a Ether Vial and then Ether Vial... Oh, there's Ether Vial. Well, play Ether Vial. Pass the turn. We also really need a path to get rid of this Endbringer, which is going to draw 2 cards, 3 cards a turn. And eventually find something that beats us. Like a Karn. Ghost Quarter. There's the card. And I think that that's what beats us. Well, for having a Chalice on 3, we put up a pretty good fight here, I will say. Opponent tutors up another Worm Coil. Yeah, now we made a lot of stuff, but we can't actually attack. Well, displace Thraben Inspector. I think we're going to have to draw a path as our main out. Without Displacer, things are sketchy. Opponent passes. Well, take up Vial. Reality Acid that we can't cast. Play Venser. Venser! Actually, 3, 6, 9. Do we win? Never mind. Creatures can't be blocked. Attack you for lethal? Did we win? Oh! Venser has a... Venser does that! Venser does that! Could we have one for multiple turns? Oh, man. Oh, man, I'm probably going to get yelled at. I just think of Venser as this way to flicker Reality Acid, but it has the weirdest text on a Planeswalker. Why? Why does the flicker Exile Planeswalker make all your creatures unblockable? I don't get it, but okay, we won. Taking down Eldrazi-tron. Oh, man, I know I'm going to get yelled at because we probably could have done that 3 turns ago. But honestly, before you ask the question in the YouTube comments, why didn't you do that turns ago? I never have used that mode on Venser before. I just never have. I think of Venser as flicker by Flicker Wisp and Reality Acid and rush to the emblem to exile stuff. I never think of it as an aggro Planeswalker that makes your golems unblockable. Sweet. Well, I didn't know that was a thing our deck was going to do, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Reality Acid. Going aggro. Unblockable, invisible stalker style. Game. We got him. Sweet. Oh, sweet. All right, much Abrew about nothing time. We are playing some Acid Trip, blue-white Acid Trip in Modern, and this hand's fine. It's not insane. We have essentially 2 Reality Acids, with Heloid's Pilgrim being a super slow Reality Acid. Displacer's really good in some matchups. Alright, so Flooded Strand go. Would like some of our early game stuff. That would be helpful. Bone it. Untaps. Windswept Heath. Cracks it. Temple Garden. Untapped. And the Noblest of Hierarchs. Well, Flooded Strand. Grab a Hollowed Fountain. Untap. More lands. Well, Plains go. I guess we're just doing it the semi-slow way. Opponent. Devoted Druid. Oh boy. Well, now I guess we need a path, or we can just be dead next turn. Well, that is a path. Well, play the Plains. Unfortunately, I guess we just gotta pass. Maybe we should just path it right now, actually. If we wait till upkeep, our opponent could Collected Company. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's path it now. Opponent gets a land. Well, we dodged bullet number 1. Hopefully we start getting some Philidare Guardians and so forth to Reality Acid. That's a painful place to give an opponent a land when they're missing land drops, but it's better than just dying to Devoted Druid, which is a thing that happens. Opponent Duskwatch Recruiter, and yeah, no attacks. Passes. Adhikar Ways. Well, I guess we just Reality Acid. This is the highest upside play. If we happen to draw Felidar Guardian or Flicker Wisp, pass, play a land, pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Opponent gets in for 3. Yep, down to 16. Come on, Flicker Wisp. Or Felidare Guardian. Flips Duskwatch. Activates Duskwatch. Whiffs. Probably 3 lands if they hadn't been drawing. Flicker Wisp. Play Thraben Inspector. Get a clue. Actually, let's see. Play Mystic Gate. Play Displacer. Pass the turn. Flip the Duskwatch back around. Displacer gives us some interesting defense. And if we find Flicker Wisp, we can just go to town with Reality Acid. So flips back around. Opponent. Opponent gets in. Well, we'll take it. Down to 13. Opponent. Dryad Arbor. Ooh. Eldritch Evolution. Okay. Spicy. Are we dead? And that gets rid of our Reality Acid for the time being. Knight of the Reliquary. Well, that fixes some mana issues. Ooh, Venser. Well, play Ghost Quarter. Man, this is the greedy line, but we're going to play Venser. Untap a land. Pass the turn. We could have just displaced both mana creatures, but this leaves us in a spot where next turn we can Pilgrim, get another Reality Acid, and start the Acid Trip. Get rid of Knight of the Reliquary. Shalai. Alright. That slows us down a smidge. Opponent gets in. Hits Venser to 1. Okay. We'll let that go. Venser to 1. Crack the clue. More Vensers. Well, let's start the Acid Trip. Play Pilgrim. These Vensers might be taking it down. We got a shot, unless our opponent can just randomly combo. Because we get to just kill Shalai here. Tutor up Reality Acid. Reality Acid, Shalai. Flicker Reality Acid. Get rid of Shalai. No attacks. Play Hollowed Fountain tapped. Reality Acid, coming back on Knight of the Reliquary. Pass the turn. Next turn we can double up with the second Venser if we want to. Bone it. Alright, more Knight of the Reliquaries. Sure. I'll take things that get Reality Acided for a Venser. Sacks a land when it fails. Sacks a land. Temple Garden. Untapped. And Duskwatch. Sure. Opponent passes. Flicker Wisp would be even more insane here. Ticks down. Give us a Wisp. Give us a Wisp. Displacer. Well, step 1, exile Reality Acid. I guess we can't double up because we have flickered away the Reality Acid. Well, step 2, pass the turn. Ugh. Is it okay for this to flip? Actually, let's make it not flip. Let's play a second Displacer. Get back Reality Acid on Knight. Stop on our opponent's upkeep. Alright, actually, let's just let our opponent go. I was thinking about tapping their mana, like flickering Noble Hierarch, but it might be better just to leave up a Displacer activation. Stomping Grounds, tapped. If we can get through the big threats, opponent's gonna pass. Well, let's flicker Thraben Inspector. Untap. Opponent gets to flip Duskwatch. Temporarily. I feel like the acid trip might be working. Yup. Flips. Ticks down. Ether Vial. Well, step 1. Reality Acid. Opponent sacks a land. Loses the Knight. Yeah, let's just play Ether Vial. Pass the turn. Start displacing. Reality Acid coming back. Opponent's cracking. Forest, sure. Well, Acid on the Howler. Court of Calling X2. There's Devoted Druid. I guess this means we could just be dead? Alright, so stop on our opponent's upkeep. Displace Devoted Druid. Alright. So now we shouldn't be dead because it's summoning sick. So now our opponent can't go infinite, even if they have Vizier. Man, Displacer is a very strong card. Oh, it's been so good. Opponent. Ballista X3. Okay. Well, now we're going to flicker Ballista. I wonder if our opponent kills... I don't know what our opponent does. Well, step 1, blink Ballista to kill it. Opponent's going to just ping Venser. Sure. That's fine. Yep. So, Acid ticking down. Vial up. More Vensers. So many Vensers. Yeah, let's play it safe-ish. Flicker Pilgrim. Yes. Get Reality Acid. Reality Acid, Devoted Druid. Venser, Reality Acid. Yup. Get rid of Devoted Druid. Pass the turn. And Reality Acid, I guess Noble Hierarch. Pass the turn. Alright, opponent. I mean, this build of the deck shouldn't be able to go infinite at sorcery speed. They need a not summoning sick Devoted Druid. So as long as we can keep them from untapping with a Devoted Druid, then at least they have to play fairly. They can win fairly, but I feel like we're in pretty good shape. Also, our opponent, they scoop it up. I was going to say our opponent's getting low on time, but, well, that was the Reality Acid dream. That was pretty much exactly how we were hoping that would go. Unfortunately, our sideboard does not have much for this matchup. Not much at all. We can bring in Vendilion Click, and we could bring in Negates, I guess, to hit Court of Callings. Maybe, like, Negate for a Pilgrim. Otherwise, I mean, I think that's really all we can do. Do we want to go down both Pilgrims? Maybe we go down a Inspector for a Negate. I feel like we can win as long as we can keep the combo off the table. All right, we'll try it. We'll try it. Forest for our opponent. Birds of Paradise. Well, Plains, Thrabes. We don't have a path, so hopefully they're not comboing on turn 3. Opponent. Wins up teeth. Cracks it. Plains. Voice of Resurgence. Alright. And Noble Hierarch. I'll play the Plains, pass the turn. Wooded Foothills. Opponent. Gets in. 4-3. Down to 17. And Duskwatch. Well, crack the clue. Hey, Displacer is good. Wall of Omens. What's our best bet? 2 cards in hand for our opponent. Let's just play Ghost Quarter. Play Wall of Omens, draw a card. Path? Mystic Gate. Alright, pass the turn. That gives us a good target for our Flicker Wisps and Felidar Guardians, and blocks this turn. We would like to find a way to get rid of this Duskwatch, which is going to help our opponent dig for their combo. Opponent cracks. They do only have 2 cards in hand, though. Gets a Forest. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Activates. Oh, whiffs. Okay. That's a bit of a relief. Opponent. Wooded Foothills. Attacks. Well, we will block 1. Down to 15. Opponent passes. Duskwatch flips, unfortunately. Or actually, maybe that's good at this point. I think we might be okay with the flip here. Opponent activates. Knight of the Reliquary. Adhikar Waste. We haven't found any reality assets yet. Well, I guess we just play Mystic Gate, play Felidar Guardian, blink the wall, draw a card. Ooh, opponent gonna path? Alright, Stomping Ground's tapped. So we get to blink, draw something? Ether Vial. Yeah, a little late with the Vial. Pass the turn. Well, we got more cards in hand. The problem is our opponent can potentially just combo at some point. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. We just have not found Reality Acid. Untaps. We found all of our flickerers. Like, if we had a Reality Acid, this hand would be so insane. Opponent. Going to combat. Gets in. Well, yeah, we'll take 4. Down to 11. There's the knight. And passes. Well, there's Reality Acid. Is it just going to be too late? Well, I think our best bet is play Attic our ways. Reality Acid the knight. Pass the turn. See if we can remain alive. Opponent. Court of Calling. Well, we will negate. And let's see. Opponent flips the Howler back around. We do get to start killing things next turn. Yep. What do you got, opponent? 3 cards in hand. Goes quarter. Sure. 2 cards in hand. Opponent gets in. Yup. Well, we'll block. Stay at 10. Opponent passes. Alright. Duskwatch gonna flip. Activation number 1. Finds. Devoted Druid. Number 2. Finds. Devoted Druid. Alright. The Druids are coming. Duskwatch flips. Reality Acid ticks down. Well, we play Flicker Wisp. Flicker Reality Acid. Get rid of the Knight. Play Ghost Quarter. Play Displacer. Pass the turn. Reality Acid on the Howler. Flips back around. Alright, opponent. I mean, we know they can play Devoted Druids, which means we are close to just dying. Temple. Untapped. 2 Druids and 2 Unknowns in hand. Opponent goes to combat. Gets in. Well, we don't actually want to kill it, because we want the Reality Acid. So we just block. Oh dear. A lot of mana. Huge Walking Ballista. Opponent passes. Well, Reality Acid ticks down. Well, I mean, it's pretty simple. We displace Felidar Guardian. Blink Reality Acid. Reality Acid on Walking Ballista. And then we blink Felidar Guardian. So our opponent can use the Ballista. Alright, blink Reality Acid. But now I'm sure our opponent just uses Ballista. Yep, kills Flicker Wisp. And is going to kill Displacer. Yep. Well, that's a shame. We really wanted that Displacer. Displacer down. Is it worth shocking ourselves? Probably not. Hallowed Fountain tapped. Pass the turn. So we have a Reality Acid, but we don't have any way to blink right now. But we did get rid of 2 combo pieces. And we know 2 of the cards... Oh. Does that kill us? Opponent attacks. I don't think it kills us this turn, but it kills us very soon. We block. Yeah, now we have to top deck, or we're just dead. We drop to 1. Or no. Alright. We're not just dead. I guess we're okay. Because we can Ghost Quarter the Wolf Run. We're at 5. Ether Vial. Well, play Pilgrim. Get a Reality Acid. Reality Acid Birds of Paradise, which is actually a threat to us at this point. And then Ghost Quarter the Wolf Run. Exalted plus Birds will kill us eventually. Pass the turn. Staying alive! We're staying alive! Venser would be pretty sweet here. Devoted Druid. 1 of 2. Opponent. Gets in. Yep. I mean, we will block. Staying at 5. Opponent passes. Come on! Attic our ways. Well, Reality Acid, Devoted Druid. Play an Ether Vial. Pass the turn. Well, if our opponent can go infinite, then they can kill us. They need Vizier, but they also need a payoff. Alright, Knight of the Reliquary. I guess they will eat through our defenses eventually. And just kill us naturally. Opponent. No attacks. And passes. Well, triggers everywhere. Reality Acid's ticking down. Vial ticking up. Play Ghost Quarter. Pass the turn. I don't know. Opponent untaps. If they have another Kessig Wolf run with Knight, that kills us. Opponent gets in. Well, we block with Pilgrim. Down to 5. Opponent passes. We need a draw. Reality Acid's ticking down. Bird goes away. Vial ticking up. Oh boy, we are Vial flooding. Play a Vial. Yeah, Vial's not a great top deck. Pass the turn. Opponent. Ballista. Hex 4. Oh, I guess this still just kills us. Alright, well, we'll make him attack and then we'll scoop. Yeah, attacks with both. Hey! Well, our opponent's only got 3 minutes on the clock, but their deck can win pretty quickly. I don't think we change anything. It's really all about the combo and preventing the combo. Alright, we get to play first, and alright. I mean, we don't have a path, but we have some redraws, and we have a Reality Acid. I mean, we're basically just hoping our opponent can't combo us immediately. Wooded Foothills. Cracks it. Forest. There's the birds. Alright, we draw. Adicarways. Well, play Adicarways. Wall of Omens. Draw a card. We'd really love a path. Just for combo protection. Alright, there's a path. Now I feel a little bit better. Now, worst case, we shouldn't just immediately die on turn 3. Opponent cracks Windswept Heath. Temple Garden. Untapped. Knight of the Reliquary. Alright. More paths. 5 cards in hand. Well, play Ghost Quarter. Play Eldrazi Displacer. Pass the turn. Opponent. Forest. Goes to combat. No attacks. And passes. Oh, play Hallowed Fountain. Untapped. And let's just pass the turn. Play it safe. Opponent. Okay. Tap sacks. Looks like a Chord of Calling. Chord. Yep. Well, we will just path the Voted Druid. No lands to find? That's interesting. Land for our opponent. Goes attacking. Well, we just block with Wall of Omens. Blink Wall of Omens. Draw a card. Alright, a land's fine. Stay at 18. Reclamation Sage. Takes down our clue. That's fine. Opponent passes. Oh, play Mystic Gate. Reality Acid the Knight. Pass the turn. Opponent. Because next turn now we can just Flicker Wisp the Reality Acid. Ugh. Magus of the Moon, eh? That's not good. Well, let's just float a mana. Path Magus of the Moon. Bullet dodged. The value of leaving up path. Opponent. Gets in. Well, we'll block. Stay at 18. There's a Vizier. Yup. Well, Reality Acid ticking down. We will... Oh boy. Add the wrong mana. Flicker Wisp. On Reality Acid. Get rid of the Knight. And... Wall of Omens. Play the Plains. Pass the turn. So, Reality Acid back on Vizier. And I think we might have done it. I'm not sure our opponent has enough combo pieces. Birds. 1 card in hand. Opponent. Passing. Reality Acid ticking down. Man, this has been a long game. So we will start by displacing Flicker Wisp. Get rid of Reality Acid. Play Field of Ruin. Ghost Quarter Dryad Arbor. Pass the turn. Get back Reality Acid. Put it on a Temple Garden. Flicker Wisp. Pick up Reality Acid. Get rid of the Temple Garden. And the loop is on. The Acid Trip. It's happening. I think our opponent's freaking out. And we got the GGs. We got the GGs. Oh my goodness. The longest, grindiest match, but it worked. It worked. We just outground them. And if that game continued and our opponent had time, they would have had no permanence left. They wouldn't have had anything. We just would have had them. Sweet. All right. Much Abrew about nothing time. We are playing some Acid Trip in Modern. And, I mean, we don't have a Reality Acid, but we have Wall of Omens in a million flicker effects. It could work. So Plains, go. See what our opponent's playing. Steam Vents makes me think Storm. It makes me think Life is Bad. Well, Mystic Gate, Wall of Omens. Pass the turn. Opponent Ops. Yep. Untaps. Sleight of Hand. Alright, Sleight of Hand, that's a card that only Storm plays, so it's pretty much definitely Storm. There's a land. Opponent plays an island. And Certain Visions. Cantrip Central over there. So in the main deck, we do not have much to deal with Storm. We do have some pretty good sideboard options. Opponent passes. Well, play the Plains. Run out Flicker Wisp. Flicker Wall of Omens. Pass the turn. Draw a card. Alright, are we dead? Brawl and some spells can easily mean we're just dead. Shiv and Reef. We could have left up Path, but our matchup in game 1 is so bad against Storm that I think we have to get a clock down. There's Electromancer. Alright, so we're not just dead. Opponent passes. So, Path Electromancer. Play Flooded Strand, crack Flooded Strand. Yeah, grab an island. Play Blade Splicer. Go attacking. Down to 15. So we need what? A couple of more turns? We'll see. Opponent. There's the Brawl. 2 mana up this time. Well, if they can't win here, then their hand's pretty bad. Ritual. Gifts Ungiven. Well, if they get the normal gifts pile, then that's game. So we will mill the 2 rituals. Let's see. So they have the win next turn. Let's see if they can actually cast Past in Flames this turn. Noxious Revival. Gets back a ritual. Oh, they have Manamorphose? Then the answer is yes. Manamorphose. Okay. So Past in Flames, recast everything, Gifts Ungiven, and that does it. Yup. Well, this deck is going to beat Storm in game 1 roughly 0% of the time. I mean, it's not literally 0. No matchup is literally 0, but it's about as bad as it gets. But we get to bring in 3 Damping Spheres, 3 Rest in Pieces, and a Vendilion Click. And as sad as it sounds, I think we actually have to cut Reality Acids. I don't think... I mean, we are Acid Trip, but I just can't see how Acid Trip is a very good plan against what our opponent's doing. The other challenge is our deck is just slow. Maybe that's the reason we have to leave in Acid Trip stuff. We just don't have a super fast clock. We can build an overwhelming board presence after a few turns, but getting there is a bit of a challenge. Venser's pretty slow. Go down a Venser. Go down a Venser. Go down a Thraben Inspector and go down 2 Reality Acids. I guess we'll keep a couple. Like, we could still, like, attack our opponent's lands. It's just such a slow plan. Like, we're playing Reality Acid on turn 3 while our opponent is, with a good draw, just killing us on turn 3. So it seems like a little bit sketchy. Alright, we are on the play. This is a sweet value hand, but we don't have any of our Storm hate. I think we gotta ship it. Boy. Alright, we're going to keep this and scry for a land. Damping Sphere is one of our best ways of beating Storm. We are going to need to draw a land, though, for any of this to matter. Sleight of Hand for our opponent. Come on, land. Come on, land. Ugh. Well, Ether Vial, go. That's not good. We might have one more turn to draw land. Shiv and Reef. There's Electromancer. Alright.
Land. We need a land. Vial taken up. Not a land. Alright. Well, I keep this hand again with the Scry. We have so few cards that actually let us beat Storm that having one of them and just needing a land to win, I think that's a hand you gotta keep. Opponent mills Echoing Truth. Oh, and proceeds to win. Ritual. Manamorphose. Oh. Yeah, I think we just got turn 3 killed. Well, yeah. We didn't hit the land. Pieces of the puzzle. Good God. Maybe they don't have... Maybe they're trying to find their Past in Flames. If they don't have Past in Flames or Gifts, they could fizzle. Although, they have many redraws. They went so deep in their deck. Ritual. There's Past in Flames. Alright. And, yeah, I mean, it was risky, but it's a hand you gotta keep to have a chance in your bad matchups, and it just didn't work out that time. In all honesty, Storm is not what we want to be playing against. Our Reality Acid plan is just super slow against fast combo. And Storm is probably the worst of it because at least against like KCI or a deck like that, Reality Acid can kill relevant things, but Storm is just so spell-based. We're never really practically going to kill an Electromancer or Baral with it. So it's just so spell-based that it is kind of just the hard counter to our Jink. Alright, much Abrew about nothing time. We are playing some Acid Trip in Modern. And, yeah, we got no Acid, but we'll give this a shot. We have a reasonable just hand of Flicker stuff in a Wall of Omens. Plains Goo. Urza's Power Plant. Alright. Give us Ghost Quarters or give us Death. Also, is Reality Acid fast enough? I don't think so. Play Flooded Strand, crack Flooded Strand. Grab a Island and Wall of Omens. Draw a Hollowed Fountain. Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see how fast of a start our opponent gets off to. There's a mine. Opponent cracks. Does this mean Tron assembled? Sphere. Cracks. Alright, Sphere. Well, come on, Ghost Quarter. Flooded Strand. Well, play Flooded Strand, crack Flooded Strand. Grab a Plains, and I guess we just Flicker Wisp the wall? I think at this point we just need to draw as many cards as possible to find Ghost Quarters. Or maybe Reality Acids. Draw a card. Ether Vial. Alright. And, there's Tron. Alright, what's the payoff? Opponent's Axe. And... Chromatic Sphere. Sax. And Walking Ballista. Kills Flicker Wisp. Opponent passes. Oh boy. Well, play Adhikar Ways. Play Eldrazi Displacer. Play Ether Vial. Pass the turn. We just have not drawn any of our cards that stop Tron. Opponent. Chromatic Star. I mean, the tiny bit of good news is we have not got Karned yet. Opponent has drawn so many Chromatic Spheres and Chromatic Stars. Good God. 6. I mean, I guess that's better than Karns and Ugins. Oh my God, 7! Well, they're almost done with this because there's none left. There's only one left in their deck. All right. Oh, they get the Ghost Quarter. Boo. Opponent dismembers Displacer. Relic of Progenitus. Oblivion Stone. Well, I guess we're still kind of drawing live to Ghost Quarter. Vial taken up. Path. Oh boy, what do we even do? Well, I mean, I guess we play Blade Splicer. Opponent kills it. I mean, we don't win by doing nothing, but we also don't necessarily win by doing things. It's a very awkward position. Opponent untaps. Cracks Relic, draws a card. Forest. Oh dear, there it is. Ancient Stirrings. Karn. Well, they can play Karn. Plays card. Ticks up. Well, there goes Mystic Gate. Opponent passes. Vial taken up. More paths. Well, I mean, Path Ballista gets a land. Attack card. Still above its starting loyalty. Play Eldrazi Displacer. Pass the turn. Yeah, Karn just has a lot of loyalty. Gotta keep the opponent from getting too Karn. Kills our Displacer. Sylvan Scrying. And remember, they still have a Wrath sitting on board. More towers. Plays towers. Worm Coil. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess theoretically we can Path Worm Coil. Wow, opponent sacks Oblivion Stone. Well, we beat the Karn. Opponent's got 2 worms. I don't know if we can beat 2 worms, but we did get through. Oh, okay. All right. Well, play Ether Vial. Pass the turn. We're 1 threat away from just scooping. Opponent gets in. Down to 11. Oh. All right. Ulamog, that counts as a threat. Our deck just played incredibly fairly there. But I get to bring in Damping Spheres, bring in Negates, maybe Rest in Peace. Go down Pilgrims. Go down maybe like Thraben Inspector and a Blade Splicer and a Path. I mean, basically, we got to keep our opponent off of Tron. In theory, Reality Acid helps with that, since it is Tron Destruction, but it's hard to do it fast enough to stop turn 3 Tron. I don't even know if it's possible, actually. Yeah, I don't think it is. It's good once we stop Tron initially. Alright, we are on the play. Well, we got Ghost Quarters. We cannot cast a spell, though. I think we got a mulligan. Okay. This we will keep. Plains to the top. We do need 1 land. Alright, so we have Damping Sphere. We have Ether Vial. And we have some flickery stuff. Alright. Mine. Chromatic Star. Well, take up Vial. Play Attic Ways. Play Damping Sphere. Pass the turn. Opponent. Power Plant. Cracks. Adds green. Oh, no Nature's Claims. Please. Please, no Nature's Claims. Okay, Sylvan Scrying. So Tron's going to be assembled. Although Tron... Oh, opponent gets a forest. Alright. Oh, if only we could protect this Damping Sphere. Take up Vial. Play a Plains. Pass the turn. If we make it 1 more turn, we can use Flicker Wisp to protect Damping Sphere. Alright, Ancient Stirrings. Man, Reality Acid would be an absurdly good draw. It would be so good. Chromatic Sphere. Opponent plays it. Yep. Oh, come on, Reality Acid. Oh, man, it would be a blowout. Take up Vial. Hollowed Fountain. Well, play Hollowed Fountain. Pass the turn. Do we want to Flicker Wisp a land? Or save it to protect Damping Sphere? Oh, it'd be so sweet if we had Reality Acid. Yeah, let's just get rid of a land. Flicker Wisp. Yeah, take a forest. Opponent cracks. Add green. We do also need a clock, because they will just be able to hardcast their stuff eventually. Ancient Stirrings. For Relic. Okay. And Relic. Oh, come on! Give us a Reality Acid. Up to 4. Flooded Strand. Well, get in with Flicker Wisp. Hit our opponent. Play Flooded Strand. Pass the turn. Opponent draws a card. Opponent's still at 17. Forest. Sphere. Cracks it. Ancient Stirrings. Oblivion Stone. Alright. Well, crack Flooded Strand. Get a Hollowed Fountain. Oh, come on, Reality Acid. Vial staying the same. Fencer's interesting. Get in with Flicker Wisp. Hit our opponent. Spatial Contortion. Well, Violin Felidare Guardian. Flicker Wisp. Take a random land. And then play Venser. Venser Flicker Wisp. So yeah, land comes back. Take the tower. Pass the turn. I'm still not sure we can stop this Oblivion Stone unless we draw Reality Acid. Tower. Ballista. Alright, opponent's waiting on... Oh, come on, give us a Reality Acid. It's so good. Tower comes back. Not ticking up. Attic Ways. We're also not really generating any value with all of our flickering here. Get in. Hit our opponent. Exile Felidar Guardian. Play a land. Pass the turn. Yeah, I mean, flicker land, I guess. Doesn't really do anything. Oh, we found all the flickering, but none of the payoffs for doing all this flickering. And now I assume that our opponent's just gonna like hard cast a Karn. Oh, this hand would have been so good with a single reality acid. Our opponent probably would just have nothing going on with a single reality acid. All right, Ancient Stirrings. So no Karn yet. The other issue is Oblivion Stone, which we know is coming. Chromatic Star. Cracks it. Counter on Ballista. Opponent. No attacks. Reality Acid. Vial stay the same. Displacer. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Well, exile Felidar Guardian. I assume that this is where we lose to Oblivion Stone. Land Oblivion Stone just beats us. Pass the turn. Opponent. World Breaker. There goes that big sphere. Speaking of things that are very bad for us. Pings Venser. Pings Venser. Okay. Well, now we got a top deck. Vial staying the same. More Vensers. And that just does it, unfortunately. Ugh. We just could not find a reality acid. And now Oblivion Stone rests our board, and then we can't come back from there. Huh. That was a very weird draw. We drew all of our flicker stuff, and none of our flicker payoff stuff. Well, I mean, yeah, opponent reveals their hand, which was 100% unbeatable. And we would have drawn nothing, 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 more flicker. Ghost Quarter finally. Good God. This hand, we were missing. So basically, our deck was kind of doing what it wanted, but we needed to be doing this with even a Wall of Omens would have been great. With a Reality Acid, it would have been purely unbeatable. Man, we were not going to draw anything for a roughly infinite amount of time. All right. Much Abrew about nothing time. We are playing Path to Exiletron in Modern. Okay, be a matchup with creatures, please. Creeping Tar Pit. Well, there's probably some number of creatures. Let's just Attic our ways. Thraben Inspector. Pass the turn. Opponent. Thoughtseize. Want a path? Take a path. Please. Please, we don't need that many. I guess we could path Thraben Inspector. The old white 2-for-1 rampant growth. Takes a Pilgrim. Yeah, I guess that's the card that's strangest. And maybe scariest for that reason. Opponent passes. Well, get in with Thraben Inspector. Play Flooded Strand. Play Ether Vial. Pass the turn. Opponent Thought Scours. Tar Pit, Certain Visions. Swamp for our opponent. Snapcaster for Thoughtseize. I assume they take Flicker Wisp. Yep. I wonder if there's any argument for just pathing Thraben Inspector. Probably not. If we draw a Flicker effect, we will want to use it. So take up. Also block Snapcaster. No. No. Deck. We don't need 4 of them. I mean, Path is a great card, but sack the clue. Alright. This hand. Pass the turn. There's some matchups where this would have been the greatest hand in the world. Like, imagine if it was Eldrazi-tron or any creature-y deck. But against blue-black control, this hand is a little sketchy. Darkslick Shores. Opponent. Passing. Well, take up Vial. to 2. Hollowed Fountain, untapped. Reality Acid your Liliana. Come on, Flicker Wisp. Although we only have 2 left now that one got discarded. Pass the turn. Yeah, this is just so many paths. Opponent. Takes up. Well, we'll discard a path. Which we have many of. We've discarded 2 paths and we still have 2 paths. Us would be a super sweet turn to draw Flicker Wisp. That would make us very happy. Opponent. No attacks. Well, Reality Acid ticking down. Vial ticking up. Alright, pass the turn. We do have to make sure that this Liliana doesn't ultimate. That would be bad for us. Alright, so we gotta do this now. Vial, Displacer, Flicker Thraben Inspector, get a clue, get a Plains, pass the turn, takes up Liliana. Well, discard a path. Opponent plays a land. Alright, well now we get to hit Liliana, so at least it doesn't ultimate. Opponent passes. We could just draw Flicker Wisp, and then life is good. Life is really good. Vial staying on 3. Oh, Felidar Guardian. Well, sack the clue, go to combat, attack Liliana. Opponent fires up Tar Pit. We will path Tar Pit. Opponent blocks. The timing is not lined up right. So now our opponent can take down, kill Displacer, and then Reality Acid kills Liliana, but the board is empty. Well, Inquisition's a whiff. Well, now I guess we're mostly looking for more Reality Acids. So Liliana dies. Actually, wait. Take up Vial. We can do some upkeep trickery. Vial in Felidar Guardian. Flicker Reality Acid. Alright, we saved our Reality Acid thanks to Ether Vial. Put it on a land. Liliana down. Ooh. Hallowed Fountain. Untapped. Play Felidar Guardian. Felidar Guardian. It's Flicker Reality Acid. Get rid of that land. Move it over to an island. And we're kind of doing it. We're kind of acid tripping our opponent. Pass the turn. More Felidar Guardians would be sweet. Flicker Wisps. Vencers, well, not quite Vencer yet. Opponent. We are out of paths. Every single one is in the graveyard. Never to return. Tassiger. Alright. Opponent, passing. Come on, more flicker effects. Reality Acid, take it down. Vial, staying. Well, Reality Acid, Tassiger. Pass the turn. Opponent is going to start getting things back with Tassiger. Hopefully discard. Opponent. Gets in with Tassiger. We take it. Yep. Down to 10. Opponent passes. Vial. Everything taken down. Vial staying the same. Oh, man. Fencer would be so good if we had one more land. Pass the turn. Opponent activates Tassiger. Hopefully they hit an Inquisition. Let's go Damnation. At least if our opponent damnates, then they lose their Tassiger. Opponent goes attacking. Well, let's just chump. Let's see if they Damnation. Opponent passes. Alright, so opponent loses a land. Man, this would be a great turn to draw a land. Alright, opponent just lets it go. Vial stays the same. Yeah, that works. Felidar Guardian. Hit the Reality Acid. Get rid of Tassiger. Move it over to an island. Get in with Felidar Guardian. I mean, our main goal here is to have a Reality Acid around when we eventually get to play this Vencer. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Alright, they find a land. So they can Damnation now. And now we just need to draw land. If we draw land for this Vencer, it is so incredibly good. Damnation. Alright, land. Give us a land. Give us a land deck. You can do it. Yep. Reality Acid stays. Vial, or takes down. Vial stays. Well, alright. Flicker Wisp. Hit the Reality Acid. That's not quite as good as a land for Vencer, but it's still fine. Another Tassiger. Opponent passes. Well, Acid takes down. Vial stays the same. Flooded Strand. Now our opponent can theoretically counter. Get a Plains. Well, let's see. We gotta try it. Vencer. Flicker Reality Acid. Get rid of the land. Comes back. On Tassiger. Pass the turn. Opponent. We're kind of reality tripping our opponent right out of this game. Yeah, we'll chump. No reason to take any unnecessary risks here. Opponent passes. Acid, take it down. Vial stay the same. This is kind of the dream scenario. Well, Reality Acid. Get rid of Tassiger. Wall of Omens. Draw a card. Heloid's Pilgrim. Tutor up Reality Acid. Pass the turn. Reality Acid. On the swamp. I think we're doing it. I think we're doing it. Oh, your poor opponent. Scoops it up! Scoops it up before they just have nothing left at all. Okay. That was pretty good. Well, bring in the rest in pieces. Wow. That's the acid trip. That is the acid trip. That's exactly what we were hoping to do with this deck. Alright. So bring in rest in peace. Go down. Probably Pilgrim. And maybe one Path to Exile. Try it like that. Okay. I don't think we can keep that. Only one land. Alright, we got some Wall of Omens. Land we'll keep on top. Would be sweet to get down Rest in Peace. Creeping Tar Pit. Well, Flooded Strand, Goo. Opponent. Thoughtseize. Well, I assume that's the Rest in Peace hitting the graveyard. Yeah. Oh, takes a wall. Interesting. And a tap land. Well, take Hallowed Fountain. We are definitely playing Rest in Peace here. Mystic Gate. Get down Rest in Peace. Rest in Peace seems to shut down a decent amount of our opponent's deck. Snapcaster, Tassiger, Field of Ruin, and Liliana. Liliana the Last Hope, okay. That kills a lot of our stuff. Opponent passes. Well, play Wall of Omens. Draw a card. Play Atticarways. Pass the turn. We do have to make sure this Liliana doesn't ultimate. That would just kill us. Takes up on wall. Thoughtseize. Takes Felidare Guardian. Yeah, I'm a little worried about this Liliana ultimate. I will admit. We draw a land. Well, play Ghost Quarter. Okay, pass the turn. Opponent cracks. Watery Grave. Yeah, I guess Rest in Peace is not doing much if our opponent's plan is just to race to Liliana Ultimate. Opponent passes. Oh dear. Atticarways, go. Upside of Reality Acid is it does kill anything. The downside of Reality Acid is it kills it very slowly unless we have a flicker effect. Field of Ruin. Alright, play Field of Ruin, pass the turn. I assume our opponent just ultimates. Yeah. Alright, and we can't beat this ultimate. There's no way to Reality Acid the increasing number of zombies. Okay. That was not ideal. Bring in the gate. Bring in the gate. Oh, so much dying to Liliana. Maybe go down a Blade Splicer and a Thraben Inspector. Try it like that. Alright, we are on the play. Alright, I mean, we got some flicker action. No discard on turn 1 would be nice. Plains, Goo. Opponent. Play a tap land. Watery Grave, untapped. Alright, here's the discard. Inquisition. Takes Wall of Omens. Yeah, we really wanted that wall. Well, play Atticarways. Rest in peace. Well, come on, Reality Acids. We got the blink in. We just don't really have anything to blink at the moment. Pass the turn. Serum Visions. Opponent. Tap land. Oh, this would be a great Reality Acid turn. Okay. Blade Splicer's not bad. That's actually a way we can pressure. If it lives, it's even better, because it's also something that we can Felidare Guardian flicker. Pass the turn. Opponent. Thoughtseize. Takes Felidare Guardian. Field of Ruin. Opponent. Passing. Well, go attacking. Hit our opponent. Play the Ghost Quarter. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Field of Ruin. Well, let's just get rid of Creeping Tar Pit. Ooh, opponent floats a mana. Interesting. Grab a Plains. Field of Ruin. Well, let's float a mana. We'll show you, mana floater. Grab an island. Opponent passes. Well, go to combat. Hit our opponent. Down to 9. Down to 8. Play Flooded Strand. Crack it. Grab a Plains. Venser. Counter Squall. Alright, opponent had the counter. Pass the turn. I mean, we have our opponent down to 8. Maybe we should have went Flicker Wisp, Marsh Flats, opponent, passing. All right. Cracks Marsh Flats. All right, change of plans. Swamp. Inquisitions are Flicker Wisp. And passes. Thraben Inspector is not a horrible draw. Go attacking, hit our opponent. Cryptic, bounce the token, draw a card. Well, play Thraben Inspector. Get a clue. And pass the turn. Oh, can we get through these last 6 points of damage somehow? Land. Now our opponent could just hardcast a Tasker if they want. Opponent's passing. Well, crack a clue. Ether Vial. Mystic Gate. Runs out Vendilion Click. Caesar, not very good hand. I assume they just leave both. Yep. Well, go to combat. Attack. Opponent block. And Hero's Downfall Thraben Inspector. Well, it's a race to see who draws something. Play Ether Vial. Play Mystic Gate. Pass the turn. Who draws something? Blue to Delta. Uh-oh. Opponent has something? Oh, Liliana. All right. We got to find a way to get through this Liliana. Opponent passes. We take up Vial. Not what we wanted. Hollowed Fountain tapped. Pass the turn. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Liliana Ultimate might be incoming. Opponent. Oh, dear. That's going to improve our opponent's draws. Ticks up. We draw. Well, Vial ticks up. Okay. More rest in peace. And it might be slipping away with this Liliana going Ultimate. I guess we need to draw exactly Flicker Wisp to reset the Liliana. Opponent. Is Kanta, gets to look for some goodies. Pithing Needle, probably going to name Ether Vial. Yep. Ticks up. Well, come on, Flicker Wisp, to fizzle, at least temporarily, the ultimate. Vial, up to 3. Well, Reality has to search for his Kanta. Pass the turn. His Liliana Ultimate, though, is going to be super bad. That's a lot of permanence to lose. His Kanta doing its thing. Runs out Snapcaster. Ticks up Liliana. Podet. Passes. Well, Acid ticks down. Vial. I guess it stays. Not really doing anything. Well, let's Felidar Guardian. Get rid of his Kanta. Move Reality Acid to Liliana. Pass the turn. Wow, just ticks down. Interesting. Okay. Gives up on the ultimate. Oh. Well, that makes sense. Ticks up Jace. Thinks. Leaves a card on top. Gets in with Snapcaster. Well, triggers. Play Displacer. Pass the turn. Yeah, I don't know how we beat this Jace now. Takes down Liliana. Takes up Jace. Card on top. Well, now I guess we have to Ghost Quarter ourselves to try to draw a fresh card. Get a Plains. Well, come on, something good. Reality Acid ticking down. Vial, not relevant. Play Ghost Quarter. Yeah. Alright. Well, Jason Mind Sculptor, pretty good on an empty board. Blows up our Ghost Quarter. Well, we will blow up your Field of Ruin, I guess. So now we're going to have to get, I don't even know, very lucky. We're going to have 2 good cards in a row on top of our deck. We're going to get rid of the Liliana, but then our Reality Acid's gone. Our opponent left a card on top, which means it's likely not a good card. So Liliana goes away. Jace, though, is the big problem here. Yeah, Liliana down. Vial, not relevant. Play the land, pass the turn. Yeah, we need, like, maybe, I don't even know, 2 Flicker Wisps in a row on top of our deck would give us a shot. Ugh. Opponent leaves it on top, and we might just get Fate Sealed right into death. Down to 9. I'm assuming this is more lands? Displacer. I mean, we can play it. Pass the turn. Our opponent must have an answer. Jace is 1+ away from Ultimate, and Ultimate does end the game. Watery Grave. Opponent has a Fatal Push. Alright, so Flicker Wisp this turn or bust, I think. I think that's our only way to reset the Jace. Leaves it on top. I'm guessing it's not a Flicker Wisp in that case. So that's the one card that could get us out of this. Yep, gets in with Snapcaster. Well, we fought the good fight, but our opponent, man, I guess our opponent just has better top decks than us. Like, we got to a state of pretty much parity, but then our opponent had Jace off the top when we have drawn not really much. Land, and yeah, Jace Ultimate does it. Well, game one was awesome. Game one was awesome. Otherwise, we were close this game. Like, we were on the cusp of doing something sweet. So what do we learn this week about Acid Trip for Modern? And overall, we finished our league with a 2-3. Actually, I played 2 leagues and finished them both with 2 and 3s. You're seeing like a mashup of both of those leagues. But we finished them both with 2 and 3, so we're consistent at least. And I think the deck, it's kind of good news, bad news. The good news is, in the right matchups and when we get our engine going with Reality Acid, the deck is incredibly powerful. Like, we can grind with the best of them. Once we're Reality Acid, flicker it, Reality Acid, Displacer, our Flicker Whiffs, Reality Acid, kill something else. Like, we can just grind people into the dust, and that's pretty impressive for a white-blue deck. To be able to attack any permanent with Reality Acid, to kill Ensnaring Bridges and Planeswalkers and enchantments and artifacts, it is very strong, and attacking the mana base as this weird Ponzi deck can be very effective. So in those matchups where it's a little slower, our opponent's kind of playing fairly, our deck can be very, very good. We just have all this tricky blink value. Reality Acid is insane. So that's when the deck is good. On the other hand, we kind of ran into a couple of problems. So problem one is the deck is a bit slow. Like, even when things go well, we're playing Reality Acid turn 3, hopefully turn 4 start blinking it, and we could be dead by then against Storm, or practically dead if we're playing against a deck with Karn, like a Tron deck, for example, or a KCI deck that can combo off quickly. So we do struggle against those unfair decks. We especially struggle against unfair decks that don't care about permanence. Like, Storm is the nightmare matchup. Yes, we do have some sideboard stuff, but we don't even have good Reality Acid targets or flickering targets. So our entire deck just does nothing in some matchups. The other thing is, the deck is a little lacking in power. We don't really have a good way to just close out the game quickly. Like, we can grind people out of the game with Reality Acid, but it's not like, okay, we play our huge thing and we're just going to kill you in a couple turns. So I feel like some of those problems can be fixed. I don't know if the deck can be faster. Like, if our main game plan is Reality Acid Flicker it, that's pretty much going to be a thing that's happening slower. I guess we could play Mana Dorks, going to Bant, and try to do it that way, but then we're taking out synergy cards to speed up the deck, and I don't know if that'd be better. But we could add more power, and one of the things I've been thinking of, just looking at this deck, is maybe we could turn this into like a blue-white Emiria shell. If you look at the cards in this deck, Wall of Omens, Flicker Wisps, even Felidar Guardians, Blade Splicers, Thraben Inspectors, Path Exiles, a lot of these cards would work well in a blue-white Emiria shell, maybe cutting some of the lesser cards. We probably have to cut Ether Vial, probably have to cut the Pilgrims, which might be a little excessive anyway, at least 2 of them. So I feel like maybe we could go that direction, and then we could add some power, where we have like Sun Titan as our way to close out the game, and Sun Titan is sneakily synergistic with our Reality Acid, because it comes back from the graveyard. So I could definitely imagine if we had Sun Titan in the deck in the late game, just getting back Reality Acid, multiples of them every single turn, and just destroying all of our opponent's stuff. So I think that might be a possibility. That said, I think you can have a lot of fun with this deck. You're going to have some bad matchups that you just really can't compete in, because what your opponent's doing just is too fast or too spell-based to really care about Reality Acid. But in the right matchups, Acid Trip does some really cool, really fun things. I will say, one word of warning, I learned that Mystic Gate actually adds 2 mana, and Damping Sphere does not necessarily synergize very well with that, so that's kind of a risky land to be playing. We need the colorless mana for Eldrazi Displacer, but there's definitely a non-bow between Damping Sphere and Mystic Gate, so keep that in mind. Not sure the best way to resolve that. Maybe play a different land in place of Mystic Gate. Maybe we get rid of the Damping Spheres, but then I have no idea what we do against combo to slow them down. We could use some white cards, Eidolon of Rhetoric, maybe Rule of Law, go more that direction, but bear that in mind. Mystic Gate, Damping Sphere do not work very well together. So overall,
The deck felt fairly competitive. I don't think it's a deck that's going to 5-0 because it has those bad matchups that it can't win, but the good matchups are super awesome, and when things come together, the deck just is so unique and so fun to play, edging out all these super small bits of value by blinking and flickering. I was super impressed with Eldrazi Displacer. I think that card should probably just see more play, killing walking ballistas and tokens and fizzling attacks and pump spells and removal spells. It's a really good card that is very underplayed right now. So I was very impressed with Eldrazi Displacer. Blinking and flickering is always fun, and when things go well, Acid Trip and Reality Acid is just super, super sweet. So I had a lot of fun with it. I think you can compete with it at an F&M level, but I could not really imagine this deck winning GPs or anything. So maybe keep in mind the possibility of going like hybrid Reality Acid, Amiria Shao could be cool. Otherwise, just have fun with it, win some games with it, annoy your opponents like crazy as you kill all their lands when things go well, and when things go poorly, you get stormed out, move on to the next game, try it again. So anyway, that's been our Budget Brew for this week. Blue-White Acid Trip for Modern. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you soon.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.